Oh, good morning, YouTube. I'm out on a route that I used to ride when I had my 250L. So now that I got the 300L, here I am again. So this route, it goes up fairly high, and it's a nice route. I enjoy it. Well, it's a nice day for it. It's, I think it's going to be kind of hot later on, but it's pleasant right now. I put on my Zeta handguards this morning. I don't use the plastics because I don't ride through thick brush or anything. I just want to protect the levers. So I just have the metals. Works for me. I did a little video. I don't know which one I'm going to publish first, that or this, but I did a little video showing the peculiarity of installing handguards on this 300L, because Honda put a weight in the handlebar, an insert that you cannot take out, and it is tapped to an M6 bolt, and handguards come with an M8 bolt, so you can't just screw the bolt in to attach your handguard. So what I did was I drilled out the tapped thread on the inserts, and I tapped it to M8. Seems a lot of trouble to go through to put on handguards, eh? I had forgotten how bad the stock IRC front tire is on these bikes. It really sucks. The rear is not bad, but the front, oh my goodness. Especially if you're on pavement and you're going at some speed. Until those knobs wear down on that one, it's pretty twitchy. So I guess we'll get more of an idea of the suspension on this route. Just, see how it is on different types of terrain. The one thing I noticed was after I did the video on the suspension, which I wanted to do just on the, okay, which way? I don't remember it going in two different directions. I think it's this way. Yeah, I wanted to do that on the stock setting on the shock, just the way it came from the showroom. And it's set at the softest, no preload, in other words. And then the next day, I thought, well, okay, I'll check the race sag and free sag and set what I can, I mean, you only have preloads, so you can't make up for gross differences. But anyway, so I take some measurements, and I realized the pre-sag is about the race sag is around 150 millimeters, so like 50% more than it should be, and the free sag is like it's a lot. So I get out my tools and we'll adjust the preload to try and make up for some of that. Put some preload on it, and then I see that unlike the 250L that had miles of preload adjustment possible, this one has only 10 millimeters of preload adjustment that you can make. 10 millimeters. I mean, that's not even half an inch. It's crazy. I mean, why would they do that? Anyway, it's a pretty soft shock, and hardly any ability to preload it. So, I don't know what that means in the going down the line, but it could mean that I'm going to invest in a aftermarket shock. No, I meant to, and I didn't do it. I meant to put a couple zip ties on the fork tubes before this ride to see how much of the suspension on the forks that I'm using up. See how close to bottoming out I come. But I forgot to do it. Another day. So, because of my knee problems, I'm trying to stay seated as much as I can. I injured my right knee quite a bit. I don't know, it was about 6 months ago, and it hasn't healed totally yet. I don't know if it ever will. I'm doing my best to get it healed, but it's being stubborn. So yeah, I gotta watch that. And because that knee especially is kind of, I don't know, not as stable, I gotta make sure that I don't ride so aggressively that I'm risking dumping the bike. Well, that's the plan anyway. I can smell the wild roses here. Pretty nice. I think we're nearing the top. Yeah, we are. I don't know if we're going to get many views because every year the vegetation on either side here, or on the right side, gets taller. Yeah, there's a view. Pretty nice. Is it not? There used to be an old car up here. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's still there. There it is. I guess it ain't gonna go nowhere, right? I think on the 300L as compared to the 250L, I'm noticing that the forks are stiffer. Yeah, it feels firmer when you hit something, you know. And there's no real dive when you're stopping at a normal traffic light, whereas the 250L had a fair bit of dive. There's a bear there. And I was gonna turn around just up there a little ways, so may as well not tempt fate and go right by the bear. But he didn't look to be too concerned about me, just casual, which is fine by me. I don't need to run into no aggressive bear. But you can never tell with bears, you know. They seem all casual and yeah, everything's cool, dude. And then all of a sudden, everything turns. So it's always best to be on the side of caution. if I were planning on going much further down there, I would have just kind of hang back a little bit and let them mosey on, and then I'd go by. I don't encounter, I think he's only the second bear that I've encountered on a ride. I've encountered more bears hiking. And I guess that makes sense, because when you're hiking, you're very quiet. At least I am. So they don't really hear you coming. They might smell you, depending on the wind, but they don't hear you. So this route, just pretty easy route really, and well, it's dead easy. But it's good practice for me getting back to the feel of dirt riding, because it requires a little bit more than just a Forest Service road. So a stage at a time, get my confidence back, get some skills going. So we're heading back down. Do a little twisty pave road riding after this, I guess. Something like that. Tell you, this 300L sure vibrates a lot more than the 250. Which I imagine is why they put the weights in the handlebars. Yeah, it vibrates more once you get up to 7,000-8,000 RPM. I am almost out of this route, so I'm gonna end the video here. You guys, you take care, ride safe, have fun, and if there's anyone either contemplating the 300L or they have one, and you got any questions for me, put them down in the comments. And I will answer. Anyway, take care, ride safe. Catch you on another video.